What's up everyone, Dan Mazzola here. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A, so I've been getting heaps of PMs to do more question and answer videos, so it's a bit of a distinct response, but you get that with the Facebook reach these days. It's quite hard to reach everyone, so make sure you're liking everything if you want to see this sort of stuff. Quick update, I'm about 6 weeks out from the Arnold Classic in Ohio, so I'm pretty pumped for that. Diet's going well. I had a weigh-in with Jake about 12 days ago, and I was about 6.1%, at about 96 kilos I think I was, so I'm down to about 94.5 now, so I'll be well into the fives, hopefully low fives. Got another check-in this week. Still on reasonably high calories, 2,500 calories on training days, about 2-3 on non-training days, so just skipping carbs at dinner pretty much. Yeah, and my energy levels are really good. I haven't done no cardio yet, so which is pretty good. I can save that till the last if I need it. No fat burners at the moment. I think it all helps. I had a pretty good off season. My body fat only got up to 7.9%, so staying lean over the summer was definitely helping my prep. Like my prep's only 10 weeks, 9 weeks, so I've only been dieting for about 4 weeks now, so it makes it so much easier, you know. And then I've got cardio up my sleeve if I need it. See how I go my next weigh-in. If my fat has slowed down, then I'll probably start taking a fat burner as well. So won't know till this weekend, and see how we go. So yeah, and then after Ohio, I've got the Melbourne Arnold Classic as well, which should be pretty exciting. I did the FitX there last year, so got second in the pro qualifier. So I'm hoping to maybe one better, you know, who knows. And then the following week after that, I have the Pro-Am in Auckland, so 3 shows in 3 countries in 3 weeks. It's going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of dieting, a lot of loading and unloading, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how my body takes it all, but I'm pretty excited. It's a pretty epic challenge, so hoping to do everyone proud. Anyway, we've got some questions here, so try to get through them. First one's from Scott's Body of Change. How's it, Scott? I met Scott at New Zealand Fitness Expo from Rotorua, nice guy. Rookie question: how do you know what body I'll get for stage? Can you define what is looked for between bodybuilding and physique? So, know what you'll get for stage, like how you're going to look, it can be a bit of a gamble. So, if you're leading into your first show, you're probably better off doing a cut, you know, a fair way out. So you want to lean down, see what you look like when you're lean. So then you have an idea of what what you need to improve on. Things like that. So I'd recommend, you know, doing a proper cut first before you do. Like, you don't really want your very first cut to be leading into a show. Although you can still do it that way, but you know, it's not till after your first show you're really going to know what your body shape's going to look like. The difference between bodybuilding and physique. Bodybuilding is, you know, we want big mass, very low body fat, striations everywhere, really defined muscle separation. They're looking for symmetry. You know, everything needs to be proportionate. You know, mass is, you know, a bit of a winner these days, it seems to be, with you know, looking at Olympia and stuff like that. You know, the big guys are always going to do better than the smaller guys. But, you know, you look at guys like Phil Heath, you know, his muscle bellies and the maturity of the muscle is just so immense. So those are the types of things you're looking for bodybuilding. Physique is more of an aesthetic look. It's more like the traditional bodybuilding, or I see that in my eyes anyway. I think physique's more of a golden era look than it is compared to the mass monsters of today in the bodybuilding. So physique, judges are looking for a V taper, so really skinny waist, tight, nice midsection. But if you actually talk to any IFBB judges, midsection's one of the last things they actually judge. So they're looking for big broad shoulders, big wide back, full chest, just that classic V-taper look. Also with, you know, it's a bit more stage presence. You know, everyone gives us shit because we're the bikini boys, but you know, physique, that's what the judges are looking for. So obviously your legs are hidden. Hopefully, please change that. That'd be nice. All right, next question. My boy Hamish: best exercise for your ridiculous rear delts? Rear delts, I tend to focus really on isolation. I never go heavy with rear delt. I just focus on isolating the rear delt. So it's usually a really small movement, using like reverse cable flies. I've actually got two of my favorite exercises, which I've sort of made myself. I'll need to make an effort and show you guys these because it's too hard to explain on video, or sorry, in a Q&A. But so I'll do a shoulder workout video and can show you those, and they've definitely helped me build up my readouts. Question from Ezra Tamadi. I've got a good upper body, but I can't lose the bottom fat off my six-pack. What's the best ab workout to lose the lower ab fat? I mean, you get asked this question so many times. What exercise do I need to do to, you know, burn off the body fat? You're looking for the wrong answer. It's all diet. So there's no secret exercise that you can do that is going to burn your abdominal fat. Like, it all strictly comes down to diet and body fat. So if there's, you know, lower body fat there around your abdomen, you know, you've just got to cut down your dieting to really tighten it up. Particularly with males, just hormonally, males tend to hold fat around the midsection and lower back. So whereas females typically more a bit lower, you know, in the glutes and legs. So males, you know, that's where we hold the majority of our body fat. So particularly things like alcohol, things like that are really going to affect your midsection and hold that fat there. So there's no exercise that's going to burn that off for you. You need to be tidy up your diet, throw in some cardio. You know, you're not going to lose muscle by doing this, but to tighten that up, that's what you need to do is diet. There's no particular exercise that's going to help you there. This is actually my favorite question when I was reading through them from Jaden. Favorite cheat meal and Warriors or the All Black? A cheat meal, if I'm dieting, it'll be something like Burger Fuel, which is like a reasonably healthy burger joint here in New Zealand. So I love going there. If it's off season, cheat meal would definitely be pizza, chocolate. Those are my go-tos. And Warriors or the All Blacks? Now I actually had to think about this one. For anyone that's not from New Zealand, the Warriors are our provincial rugby league team, and the All Blacks are rugby union team. To be honest, I love the All Blacks. I've played rugby for, you know, about 15 years. I love playing rugby. I've never been too much of a fan of watching it. I'd prefer to watch league any day of the week. You know, I would not miss an All Blacks game, and I would not miss a Warriors game. But if I had to pick, I'm probably a bigger Warriors fan for sure. Love my league. Next question, Armour Prep. Hope I pronounced that right. How do you tend to stick to your diet all the way through? I end up going off track. Need some help staying on track. It comes down to personal dedication and focus, really. You know, like, you've got to set goals to reach, you know, each way as you're tracking through your dieting. You've got to have something there to be an end goal to work towards. If you're just dieting day in and day out, not working towards anything, I find it can be a lot tedious, you know. Or if you have a nutritionist that can keep you in line, so you're held accountable. You know, if you're paying for a nutritionist, every time you go see them, you're paying money to see them. So it's money out of your pocket that you're accountable paying to get results. So I think for me, that's helped me a lot, you know, and particularly competing. You know, I have to lose that fat, otherwise I'm going to get up on stage and embarrass myself if I don't do it. And just having, you know, good friends around you, particularly, you know, if you've got a partner or whatever, trying to, you know, if they're on the same buzz, that helps, or flatmates or whatever. You know, you want to be surrounding yourself in those similar kind of people so that you don't feel abnormal, or, you know, and it just becomes your everyday lifestyle. Question from Brad. At what stage of your journey did you start getting recognized? I.e., how long was it after you started, and what weight and body fat were you, and when you get sponsored? I wouldn't even say that I do get recognized. You know, it's only people that really compete, I guess, that I kind of get recognized by. When I first started getting recognized, I guess after I did my first show, I kind of come in pretty well, and people didn't know who I was, so I guess it sparked a little bit of interest, like, who's this new kid on the block? So started getting recognized a little bit from there, and then once you start competing and then doing a few photo shoots and your social media and stuff, slowly builds up. I wouldn't say I'm well recognized at all, but and how long was it after you started? I mean, I've been weightlifting for 10 years prior to competing, so it wasn't until I stepped on stage really that I started to get recognized. What weight and body fat were you? I think my very first show I was, I don't know, about 83 kilos at 3.8%. Now I'm looking to hopefully be about 89 to 90 kilos at about the same body fat. As for getting sponsored, you know, you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to have something that is marketable. You know, that's what supplement companies want. They want someone that can market their their products. So you know, you need to be a positive person, helping others, and you know, really be an ambassador for a brand. So you need to be marketable to be able to sell yourself and sell their brand. When did you first start bodybuilding? How was it like training for the first time, and what kept you going? First started pushing weights after injuries through rugby. First time I was just in there just pushing weights. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just doing it for fun, you know, and enjoyed getting stronger. And you know, I think a lot of novices when they first start, even though you're out of your depth, your body's not used to it, and you just results are just instantaneous. Even without a really, really good diet, you can, you know, your body just feeds off it. It becomes an addiction pretty fast, and so that's what kept me going, really. And then once I realised I had some good genetics and always wanted to compete on stage, that's what kept me going. And now I'm competing, and I want to do more, and I want to turn pro, and you know, hopefully reach the Olympia stage one day. So that's what's keeping me going. Question from Mark: best abdominal workout and best product for fat loss, burning. Since I'm at a best legal pre-workout, because I know some have banned substances for anyone that's in the sport industry. Best abdominal workout. It comes down to personal preference. For me, all I do is crunches or weighted crunches and leg lifts. So I might do hanging leg lifts, or just hanging knee raises, or those are probably my two favourite ab workouts, and usually superset them together. So crunches and leg lifts together, and I only do abs probably twice a week. Fat loss product. Personally, I use EHP Labs OxyShred, which I find is really good. It's got a mood enhancer as well, so in a couple of weeks I'll be smashing that back. And pre-workout I use the EHP Buzz. And there are, if you're playing sports and stuff, check with your local authorities, make sure whatever particularly with a pre-workout, make sure you know none of the ingredients are banned in the sport you're playing, because otherwise you get yourself in strife and you might not be able to continue playing the sport you love. But majority of them now, you know, they're under strict laws and stuff, so a lot of them get taken off the market straight away. Question from Brent: how do you incorporate cardio into bulking phase? You probably need to be like, are you bulking for bodybuilding, or are you bulking for a sport? Like, so if you're playing rugby or soccer or whatever, and you're trying to put on size there, you can incorporate cardio every single day. Just keep doing your cardio like as you would. You don't need super high calories, you know, as long as you've got an excess amount of calories, excess high protein, you should still be able to do cardio regardless. Just compensate with extra carbs if you feel like, you know, you're not putting on enough. It's reasonably easy to incorporate it. Like, it's not going to affect anything really. Another question: what good exercise for lower abs? So I'll do leg lifts, I find is the best. Question from Brendan Taylor: what is the best way to shred fat but keep muscle? High protein diet. So just slowly decreasing your carbohydrate, not in a really hard deficit. Like, if you drop your calories too fast, then you're gonna, or if you're doing a whole lot of cardio and stuff, then you know you could be burning a lot of muscle. But as long as your macros are correct, you're not dropping it drastically, you're gonna hold your muscle there, no problems. Question from Brad: how do you stay flexible and not get injured, etc.? Do you get massage regularly or have physio? Staying flexible, I do a lot of stretching. So just about after every single workout, I'll do a lot of back stretches, leg stretches, foam rolling, just to, you know, get the knots out of my muscles and stuff. At the moment, I'm not seeing a chiropractor, but I see a chiropractor quite regularly. He's really good, and he works on more on nerve endings and things like that. And like, he literally helped transform my body and pick out the imbalances and stuff. I had really bad imbalances in my spine, my lower abdomen, and it was affecting my squats, which was creating injuries. So I think it's very important to keep on top of those things, either by seeing a physio or you know, someone that's really educated in the body, can find those weaknesses and strengths in your body and those imbalances. But I think stretching is pretty important. Also, usually incorporate like a stretching movement at the end of my workout. So if I was doing chest, I might do a fly, hold a stretch at the bottom for like 30 seconds, do a couple of sets of those, just getting the blood in there, and it's also going to, you know, help stretch those fibers out. That's pretty much it for these questions here. If you want to see more, then make sure you just keep liking everything. Follow me on Instagram, Mazdan, my YouTube channel, and Facebook. Take care, everyone. Talk soon.